is UTSA. Shout out Coach Jeff Traylor, man. Been a fan for a while now. Shout out Frank Harris, who was once the quarterback there. He was there forever. I ain't gonna lie. He was there for like 7 seasons, but that's still my guy. Um, Shout out Sincere McCormick. Won a Mountain West Conference, or was it Mountain? No, I think his was Conference USA championship MVP, and I think Frank Harris was not Mountain West, but no, I think they both was Conference USA championship game MVPs. I don't think UTSA won a championship since they went to the American. No, I don't believe so. They won Conference USA championships, but either way, I've been a fan of UTSA for a while. I don't think I had the meeps on my 10 scoops to watch out for last year. Uh, is this the journal? Yes, it is. I don't think I had them on mine last year. I know my first season I did it, I had them on there, and they kind of disappointed me. That was like Frank Harris's last season there. Yeah, here we go right here. I had Notre Dame, Miami, Ohio, Texas State, Tulane. I had them to win. Tulane, oh, they did me dirty. South Florida, Memphis, who did really good. Liberty, who kind of did me dirty. Jack State, who won the Conference USA Championship. Fresno State, who did me dirty. And Boise State, who won the Mountain West. So shout out. I had some good teams last year, Jack. This is the Meeps weren't one of them. So I say that to say, please continue to tune in. But anyway, they're coming off a 7-6, 4-4 season. Won the Myrtle Beach Bowl 44-15 versus Coastal Carolina. They returned 10 starters. All 10 starters they returned are on offense. They lose their entire defense. They returned Owen McCowan, quarterback, who had 294 yards, 294, 467, 63% completion percentage, 3,424 yards, 25 touchdowns to 10 interceptions. And you heard the last name, McCown. That is, you are correct. That is McCown's son. I want to say it's Josh McCown. I want to say it's his son. Yeah, it's Josh McCown's son. So, and he had a really good season last season. I will say he really did. They returned Robert Henry Jr. 130 carries, 706 yards, 5.4 carries, 7 touchdowns for the running back. Willie McCoy, the third, the receiver, who had 28 catches, 536 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Devin McEwen, the receiver, who had 45 catches, 424 yards, and 5 touchdowns. And Houston Thomas, the tight end, who had 34 catches, 470 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Like I said, lost their entire defense. So we ain't got to talk about the losses. Just know they lost everything. Now, they were 79th in overall recruiting class, 92nd in transfers. They bring in guys like KK Meyer, transfer cornerback from Nevada, at 27 total tackles, 19 solos, 3 pass breakups. Shy Banks Jr., a linebacker from TCU, who in 2023 had 62 total tackles, 41 solos, pass breakup, sack, and forced fumble. Brandon Tucker, a linebacker from East Texas A&M, who had 131 total tackles, 64 solos, 3.5 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, and 2 fumble recoveries. R.J. Lester, a cornerback from Oklahoma State, who played in 3 games but had 3 total tackles, 1 being a solo. They had Cameron Blaylock transferring, a defensive lineman from Tennessee State, 30 total tackles, 14 solos, and half a sack. And Brandon Jacob Jr., a safety, who played in 4 games at UCF, who had 9 total tackles, 7 of them being solos. So they're bringing in some talent. They're bringing in some power for talent too. So it's interesting to see what UTSA does. Now, the UTSA, to me, they're normally like an offensive-oriented team. They were last year, and with Frank Harris years, they were offensive-oriented. Defensively, they were kind of trash. But, like, I want to say 2 years ago was probably the best defense I've seen UTSA have in, like, recent memory. With like Cam Alexander at cornerback, and I want to say Martavis French was still there 2 years ago, I'm pretty sure. But that was like the most recent defense. I remember UTSA being a really solid defensive team. Last year rankings, they were 12th in total offense, 71st in total defense, 11th in offense, 54th in rushing. Oh, I put 11th in offense, 11th in passing, 54th in rushing, 27th in scoring offense, 123rd in passing defense, 11th in rushing defense, 103rd in scoring defense. Now we can get into the schedule for UTSA, where I have them losing at Texas A&M, first game at Cal Field, beating Texas State at home, second game, beating Incarnate Word at home for the third game, beating Colorado State on the road in the fourth game, beating Temple on the road for the fifth game, then winning at home against Rice, winning on the road against North Texas, losing at home to Tulane, winning on the road, against South Florida, winning on the road against Charlotte, winning at home against ECU, and winning at home against Army, going 10-2, 7-1. Again, another American Conference team, but it's not my champ. It's not my champ. So I done talked about USF. They're not my champ. I done talked about UTSA. They're not my champ. But I think I do have UTSA going to the championship game, however. But they lose to my AA.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.